Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm TATIANNAANESA. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and join the fam. You already know that I would love to have you here. I'm really excited about today's video because I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the new Colourpop 5-pan palette, you guys. Colourpop is at it again with the releases. They've been coming out with a lot more color, and you guys know I'm here for it. I am definitely a color girl. I love color, okay? I love color. Let me just say that. I have all the swatches, my thoughts. I have comparisons for you guys, all in this video. So if you want to see all of that, then definitely keep on watching. So in this spring collection, there are 5-pan palettes. It seems like when they come out with 5-pan palettes, they always release more than one. The only time they've released one 5-pan palette was for like the Make It Black collection. Now this particular collection I'm very excited about. I know there was a lot of mixed reviews in the comments when Colourpop announced this because a lot of people were just saying this literally looked like the 9-pan palettes. And I personally had that thought at first, but now that I actually have the palettes in person and I've done the comparisons already and did the swatches and saw them, I have formulated some thoughts on these 5-pan palettes. So let's go ahead and start off with my favorite color, of course, which is purple. This one is the Cashmere Forever eyeshadow palette. Something I love about all of these palettes is the packaging. The packaging is really pretty. It does seem really luxurious. If I must say, it reminds me of the show Bridgerton, but the fleur-de-lis that's pressed in all the pans reminds me of New Orleans, you know, the fleur-de-lis. Hello, it looks really cute. I saw that, I was like, oh, is that a New Orleans collection? But then I looked at it and I saw the advertised and I was like, okay, no, that's not a New Orleans themed collection. They had me for a second. They had me. But then I was like, okay, it's not New Orleans theme. It just has fleur-de-lis in it, you know? All of these 9-pan palettes retail for $10 a piece, which is very pricey. I think we've already, like, I feel like we've already been through like that pricing and everything, because like, but I will say Colourpop did go up on all of their 9-pan palettes. All of their 9-pan palettes are now $14. It used to just be like the cardboard palettes that were $14 and the plastic palettes were $12, but now I think they made all of their 9-pan palettes the exact same price, which is probably why this is $10. They kind of needed to put it up a few more dollars, I guess. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. I have no idea why Colourpop did it, but I noticed that they did it, you know. One thing I will say with the 5-pan palettes, this is something that I've just noticed across all of them, even the other ones, because I have all of the other ones. It's that the fallout is extremely real, and these are very powdery. Not in a bad way. The color payoff is still there. It's still pigmented, but the fallout, when you put it in the pan, it just goes literally everywhere, and it's only the 5-pan palettes that do that. I did compare this palette to 3 other palettes. The first palette that I compared this one to is Like You a Lot, and I personally feel like there are some like resembling shades in here, but they're not exactly the same. I feel like with this collection, Colourpop took all of the best shades out of the 12-pan palettes and put them into 5-pan palettes, but just like tweak the colors a bit, because I don't know, I just feel like I have literally Like You a Lot and It's My Pleasure in one palette, and personally I love that because I hate having to pull. It's not a big deal, but having to pull 2 palettes sometimes can be like an inconvenience when you're in a rush. But with this, I feel like you could just grab it and go, and you know you're about to get 2 of your favorite Colourpop 12-pan palettes in one. And then the other 2 palettes that I compared this one to is the In a Trance palette. Not similar at all, but I just wanted to compare this palette with these 2. And then also It's My Pleasure, which definitely has some resemblance as well. So, you know, really the purple one I love. It's really cute. It's literally 2 of my favorite Colourpop palettes mashed into one. Next one is the High Society palette, and this is the green eyeshadow palette. This is the one that I use primarily today on my lids. I feel like I went for like that watermelon vibe today. I used the pink and the green palette. I just was feeling kind of like pink and green. I don't know, I just was feeling it. I will say with this one, when I used the deepest green, it ended up kind of like blending in away into like nothing. I felt like I had to really keep building up this shade and building it up. And then I went in with the shade Don't Care to kind of like blend out that shade, but you guys could see in like the little demo portion what I mean when I say it kind of like blended out into like nothing. It wasn't as like deep as I thought it would be. I compared this palette to Meant to Be, and the first shade in this palette is kind of like a minty shade, and I definitely do see like a resemblance from a shade in the Meant to Be palette. The other palette I compared this one to is Aura and Out. And this one, I just compared this because there's this really, really light shimmery shade, and it kind of reminded me of a shade from this palette. And then lastly, of course, Just My Luck. I had to compare this to Just My Luck. I'm filming. Can we say hi? No? Okay. I gotta finish filming. Alright. Oh, she licked my face and now it's sticky. Okay. I love her kisses though. Just My Luck, of course, has like the last 3 shades in this palette literally remind me of shades from Just My Luck. Like I said, I really feel like they took the best shades from each of the 12 pan palettes and put it into one just to make it a little bit more convenient. I could see how some people would feel about not needing these palettes because you have the 12 pans, but if you are that kind of person that you're constantly pulling from like all 3 of these green palettes, you might consider getting this one because you have like literally mints, the pastels, and you have like your like deeper, like you have like your more like deeper greens in this one. So the next one is called Statement Piece, and this one is the more orangey corally one. At first, when I first saw this one, I thought it was a lot more orange, but then seeing it in person, I'm really getting coral vibes. It made me think of the Coast to Coral eyeshadow palette. I did compare these two. I think this one is probably the most similar of all of the comparisons for this particular palette. The other two that I compared were Orange You Glad, of course, because like it's orange, so I was like, let me just pull out this orange palette. This one I'm not really seeing, maybe like the last shade in this palette is giving me like orange vibes, but it's not really giving me orange, you know what I mean? It's not really giving me orange. And then I also compared it to Baby Got Peach because second shade literally looks like the center shade from Baby Got Peach. I decided to compare that together just so you guys could get like a, you know, kind of get like a feel for these palettes. So we have 2 more palettes. The next one is the blue one, and that one is called, I have to look at the name because I don't remember. The blue one is called Rumor Has It, and I think this is literally like my favorite name out of all the palettes. And this one was also one that I was very, very excited about because of the tones of blues. It's like, it's blues with like blue purples, and I was really feeling that. And this one, oh, I really wanted to use this one today, but I was like, no, I'm gonna use it tomorrow. I wanted to use the blue and the pink one, but I feel like I do a lot of like blue pink looks on my own time. But I think this palette is absolutely beautiful. It's very unique, okay? So I compared this one to Blue Moon. I think, okay, there are like 2 very, very similar shades. Shade Fine China is the exact same, it looks like, as the deepest one in this palette, and then the shade Paradis is literally like the same shade as the center shade in the 5-pan palette. But I love Blue Moon so much, I'm okay with the shades feeling like being similar in this palette because I love Blue Moon. And then also the On Cloud Blue palette I did compare with this one. I will say the first 2 in the 5-pan palette aren't really similar to any other shades in either palette, which is, that's a good thing, but still, I like the vibe of this palette. I have one more palette, and this one is the Too Hot palette. Let me get my comparisons. This one is the most pink one. Now, I did not compare this to the other 5-pan palettes, but I want to do that right now. So I just wanted to like show you guys these 2 right now really quickly. I don't know, the pink one is just like, there are a lot of like similarities between the pink one. This is the Valentine's Day collection palette, and this is the new one. Like, these 2 look very similar, like very, very, very similar. I also compared this one to Ooh La La, of course. There's not really many similarities with the Ooh La La one, but it has the same vibe, of course. I mean, it's pink, but you know what I mean. Like, the Strawberry Shake, I feel like is probably the most similar because of like the deeper tones in the Too Hot palette. But yeah, I love the Strawberry Shake. I love pinks. I feel like if you feel like you can't have enough pinks, then you might just be like, okay, I'm gonna take it, give it to me, you know. And then I also compared it to Cloud Spun, and the shimmers in the Cloud Spun palette are very, very similar to the shimmers in this palette. Also, which I did not mention in my intro, but it's in the title and it's on the thumbnail, but I did try the new Colourpop tinted brow like wax. What is it? Tinted brow waxes. These surprised me. Like, they really, really surprised me. I am not one for like really fluffy brows. I tried the Anastasia Brow Wiz and I ended up returning it to the store because it didn't work for my brows, just because it was like, I don't know, maybe too wet. But these waxes though, I felt like I had a lot more control with these waxes for some reason. I tried the tinted one on this side of my brow, as you guys can see in the demo. And then on the opposite side, I used the clear one. I honestly could not tell you which one I prefer. I really could not tell you. I think more so with the tinted, you obviously will get a little bit more like color and coverage, but I personally don't see a difference with my brows, so you really could just honestly get which one you are really interested in. I was really surprised by these. My brows look fluffy. I'm not used to that, like big thicker like brows like this, but I mean I could get used to it on like that natural everyday chill makeup days. These are only $3 from Colourpop and I think they were great. I do want to get some more because I really was surprised by this product. I didn't think that I would like it, but I really do like this product. And I also tried the Colourpop brow pencils. I've never tried them before. They've been out of stock for the longest time and they finally restocked them, so I picked up the Precision Brow Pencil and the Boss Brow Pencil. I picked up the shade Black and Brown in the Precision Brow Pencil and then Dark Brown in the Boss Brow Pencil. I tried them both. I used the Boss Brow Pencil on this eyebrow and I used the Precision one on this side. If I had to pick one that I like a lot better, it would be the Precision one, because one, I get more coverage and it's more pigmented and it's not waxy, and it paired really, really well with the brow waxes. The Boss Brow Pencil I don't really like. I think the color was a little bit too light for me. Dark brown wasn't deep enough. I thought it would be, but it also felt really, really waxy. The Precision Brow Pencil is just all in all better, but I will say I did not know how to like work this. Like I was like trying to figure out how can I get the product out, but it's literally like you have to like kind of twist it like from this part. It's just so weird, but it's really precise, and I did like using this because I think it paired a lot better, and it was just a better pair with the wax. If you're interested in getting a brow pencil from Colourpop, I would personally go with the Precision one because this one I just think is a lot better. Let's get into my final thoughts on this collection. I think this is a great collection, especially if you're the kind of person that just wants to pull one palette and be done with it and not have to pull multiple palettes to get different shades. It is raining outside right now. It just started raining, so that noise that you guys hear is Cali and also the rain. I'm sorry. So I'm trying to make this outro really, really quickly, but hopefully my thoughts throughout the video was helpful for you guys. If you only had to choose like maybe two, I would pick the purple and the blue one and maybe the green one. Honestly, yeah, I like them all except this one. The pink one is the only one I'm just like, this one's just way too similar to other 5-pan palettes, you know what I mean? Like I probably would skip the pink one because if you got any pink one out the Valentine's Day collection, you already basically have this palette. But these four are the first of its kind for the 5-pan palette, so I probably would pick up one of these four. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and join the fam. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.